this is your first time checking out one of my videos, thank you. If you are a repeat watcher, thanks for coming back. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Today's reading is about decisions. Decisions, say that 3 times fast. If you are going through a time right now where you're having to make a decision, you think you're about to, you want to, hopefully this can give you some guidance. And it's kind of free form, so take it how it resonates. You probably know how this works, but if you don't, go ahead, pick a group. I will explain real quick. Instead of using crystals today, I'm using pendant objects from my jewelry collection. So for group 1, we have this beautiful Scorpio constellation pendant. For group 2, we have this planchette with the sun and the moon. It's an earring. And then for group 3, we have this witch mirror or mirror of protection pendant with all these jewels. In group 4, we have this beautiful copper piece with, and I'm trying to remember the name of this stone, but it's a sparkly dark blue stone, moonstone, and amethyst. And when you get in your groups, I'll explain about them a little bit. I'll try my best to track down who made them. They're all made by, some local, but all handmade pieces by artisans, either on Etsy or here in Austin. And I'll try to track down that info before I post the video so I can give you links to those. Today, also I am using the Before Tarot by Corinne. It's the scenes in the tarot right before the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith scenes. I'm using the Green Witch Oracle by Cheralyn Darcey. And I'm using the Crystal Spirits Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid. Haven't used these oracles in a while, so I was very excited to. Anyway, go ahead, choose your group either by the object, the number, or the timestamp down below. Maybe you have a lucky number. Definitely, if more than one resonates, more than one you're picking up on something, watch it or watch all of them and see what, see what resonates, see what fits. I really appreciate you watching this. Find my info down below, where to follow me on Instagram, to find me on Coffee if you want to book me for a reading, and all that jazz. Check out my other videos and let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what resonates. Thank you so much. Hi everyone who picked group 1, the Scorpio constellation pendant. I don't know if that's focusing, we'll see. I can kind of see my screen from here. All right, this was made by a local Austin artisan jewelry maker, given to me by a good friend a couple of years ago. I'm gonna do my best to try to remember or track down who made this, because I like to give credit where credit's due, but a handmade item like we're featuring today. And then we are using the Before Tarot. So these are gonna portray the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith images in the scenes, the moments before the traditional scenes, if you're familiar with them. If not, just go with it. So we're really going with, I'm going with some of the traditional meanings that I know that they're supposed to mean, but I also like to go with what I get intuitively when I look at the photos, the pictures, especially with this deck, because it's so different, All right, anyway, so for the decision in this spread for you, group 1, kind of cliche, kind of obvious, with these 2 pentacle cards, it definitely has to do with something in this physical plane. Very likely money, but money, possessions, home, health, wealth, family. I'm getting, in this one, this is portraying someone giving to the poor, and also these people begging, for asking for help. And in this, it could literally be about lending money. Either you're not sure about, the decision for you is either wondering if you should lend this person or these people money or help, or you're on the other end. You're needing assistance and you're trying to decide whether or not to ask for it, because you don't want to seem like a burden, right? You see yourself as these people in tattered clothing and rags. It could even be as simple as, I need to move soon. I don't have enough money to hire movers. I really want to ask my friends for their physical help, but I don't know if I should. Or it could be, do I put my money towards this thing? Do I put my money towards this investment? But definitely in that sort of physical realm. All right, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. I didn't really look at these cards before. I'm winging it. I usually don't. I do pull them ahead of time so you're not watching me shuffle, but I am intuitively reading them live. I only did a couple other takes prior because I didn't know what I was going to say in the intro. So this is actually one of my favorite cards in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a person, a female presenting person, a woman in her garden. And in the traditional scene, she's just standing back and admiring everything that she's made and she's done. However, in this one, instead of looking down at her garden, at the fruits of her labor, she's still looking up. And she's looking at this bird, and there are a lot of birds in this deck, this Before Tarot deck. And, there's different meanings for the different birds. I don't know if that's like a hawk or a falcon, but to me, it does mean messenger. And this bird has a string. So, it could be assistance. And again, we have like assistance. It could be bringing a message of, something to help. Or, again, bringing a physical item. Because again, we have the pentacles, but I'm also getting message. I know this is not a swords card. This is not air. This is earth. But it's like a message being delivered or waiting for a message about a physical thing. So in relation to this card, I feel like it might be good to pause and wait and either, reflect until you get that message intuitively as to know what to do. Or, it's literally waiting for someone else to do or say something before you go ahead and make your decision, right? It's waiting. And I do feel like because this is the card where this is the 9, which is right before the 10, which is the final card in the suit, meaning like everything coming together, everything wrapping up, the end. Whatever this helps with in your decision, whatever decision you end up making, you'll be very pleased with it, right? You'll be very, what is it? And again, this is not predictive and you're in control of your own future, but I'm just saying like, don't worry about it. You'll make the right decision. You will know, you know what I mean? You'll get this message intuitively, or you'll intuitively know when someone gives you this message, and you'll just feel very comfortable with said decision. And I do feel like, because we're going from the 6 to the 9, that it could end up, especially if it literally has to do with money, it's you gaining money from whatever decision you do make, right? You gaining money, you gaining help. But this is really good, seeing this progression from the 6 to the 9. So yeah, let me know how that resonates. And then finally, we have the Judgment card. So in the Judgment card, for this one, it's right before the angel blows the horn. And Judgment is like, again, this is just kind of like, how do I say it? Pretty blatant, it's having good judgment. Make sure that you're looking at things maybe from a little more objective perspective, like an overall view of the situation instead of, not emotionally. But it's interesting. So in this one, the dead people are still in the coffins before the angel, blows the horn and revives them. And this is the Judgment Day scene. It's, again, like, remember how I said wait and meditate or think, pause, rest on this before you make the decision, like wait for this other message or assistance or something that's going to help you make that decision. I'm getting that though with here too. I'm really getting this confirmed with this card because the people aren't awoken yet. It's like you're pausing before you're making the decision. You're deciding how to use your judgment best, and again, like it's over, like looking at this from an outside perspective at the different ways this could go, the different decisions you could make, the different pathways this could go. So it's like you're looking from the outside
to see, okay, how can I have my judgment serve me best to, benefit myself, and if this involves other people as well. So yeah, overhead perspective for sure. Let me go ahead and pull some more. These cards for my hands are kind of long. I'd say they're about, it's interesting. I feel like they are skinny. They're not as big as traditional decks, like big decks, like you'll see in my oracle cards I'm going to bring out. When I use the Rider-Waite Smith deck, I use this pocket deck. I don't have it out right now, but in the tin, because my hands actually aren't they're not tiny, but they're not huge. So this deck is a little wieldy for me to shuffle because they feel too long. Like the length doesn't fit how not wide they are. My words aren't working very well today. Sorry. So we have, for some clarifiers, we have the 10 of Cups. Interesting. So let me make sure this is on the screen. Boop. Okay. Is that on there? Sorry. Just making sure you can see. The 10 of Cups. So this is, again, before that rainbow comes out. They're in the rain. And 10, again, is it's the final card in the suit. It's the Cups, so it's about emotions. It's about relationships. We have the 7 of Wands. So these are wands, this is fire, so this is action, passion, creativity, drive. And this is right before this person picks up this stick, this staff, and beats off these other ones. It's like this person's on a hill and these sticks are coming at him and, he's beating him off. So this is like taking a second to, it looks like he's in prayer. I mean, I'd say for this one, again, so we have 6, we have 9, we have 10. So we're gradually progressing. I'd say don't worry, you'll be able to find shelter from the storm if it feels like you're in a tight spot right now. If you're unsure about the future of whatever decision you decide to make. But ultimately, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment is on the horizon. And then for this, again, I'm getting pause, reflect, really think about it before you go forward, before you start to beat these other sticks off. Do you know what I mean? It's rest and reflection. I get that with these cards, pause and reflection and going inward to, help to make that decision. Also, again, maybe after you receive this, whatever this message is, this bird imagery right here, or that insight, that intuition, again. So the message is, because again, it's from you internally, or it could physically be from the outside. Yeah. I think it's going to be, it'll be prosperous, it'll be happy in the end. It's just knowing that, especially if this is a really big, life-changing decision or a life-altering, knowing that you may have to weather a bit of the storms, but you'll find that ultimate happiness. So let me show you the oracle cards I got for you. This is from the Green Witch Oracle. We have Success, which is the peppermint plant. I'm going to read about that in a sec. And then we have from the Crystal Spirits Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid, the Blue Lace Agate. We've got cards 20 and cards 12. And yes, I'm going to read from the books because I don't have them memorized. And I like what the authors have to say. All right, so for this, I love both of these. Oh, I love this deck so much. I love all my decks. This deck is so gorgeous. So many different cool layers and things, and they have different spells if you're into witchy stuff, manifestation spells, etc. They have a spell for each plant, for each card, how to use it. All right, so we have Success, Peppermint. Peppermint indicates rapid progress, a quick return or increase of positive energies, and if you're seeking an answer, it is a loud and firm yes. Make sure you're directing all your energy and attention to the task at hand. And if you are in a relationship, try to do more activities with that person that pleases them. There is a need to listen to others and consider other arguments at the moment, but do not let others completely make decisions for you. Real quick, there's this Libra symbol here. So this is like a Libra plant. So these things about this relationship they're talking about, very, very much Libra subjects. Let me know if you have any Libra placements in your chart or what house it is in your chart. I do prefer, I do whole sign, but whatever it is in your chart, let me know. Let's see. Magical correspondences. Use it for our prosperity, good luck, justice, love, protection from illness. The deities associated with it are Ceres, Demeter, Freyr, Hermes, Persephone, Prosperina, Sjofn, it's Sjofn, it's Scandinavian. Venus and Mercury. Oh yeah, so Mercury's and Hermes, messenger gods, right? So a messenger. Celestial planet Mercury, and astrological sign is Libra, which is an air sign, which is about communication. And actually too, like, again, like, so the Libra thing, interpersonal relationships, and it's not even just like romantic, but that's what this could likely have to do with, is somebody else. And it could be too that you don't want to like offend or tick somebody off or, you know, upset them. That's a very Libra thing. All right. Blue lace agate. We have the Crystal Spirits deck. Let me put this. Essential meaning: peaceful acceptance, stress-free non-attachment, freedom from unnecessary dramas. I don't know, can you see the face? There's a face in like the different cards. Hopefully I can lighten that up in post. All right. Although crystals seem solid and permanent, all things on this earth change over time, even the minerals and the rocks. Transformation can be slow and nearly imperceptible, but we are always changing. Our lives flow like a river, slowly or quickly, but always in motion, and that's a good thing. The appearance of blue lace agate spirit calls for you to embrace the possibility of change without stress. You're not too old, too late, too stuck in your ways to anything. You are enough, and you will have help as you dare to be different and step into a new destiny, finding your purpose with peace in your heart instead of living according to the old patterns probably created long before you even thought about your habits and belief systems. Why hold on to a past that causes you stress and anxiety? It's already changing anyway. Impermanence is the nature of everything, and the conscious universe has so many ideas for how to help you be fulfilled, balanced, and joyful. Awesome. Let me see that. Prosperity. I'll read the prosperity message. Did an opportunity fade before you had a chance to seize it? No worries. Give your stress a break. This or something better is a truth that blue lace agate spirit wants to remind you of, for it brings with it the energy of calm and peaceful transformation. Maybe the opportunity to build your wealth wasn't the right one for you, and what's coming is so much better that you will say to yourself, what was I thinking, worrying about the past? Endings lead to beginnings, so be present in this transition, learning the lessons of the past and being enthusiastic about all the wealth that will be available to you in a prosperous future. There's always more, thanks to the conscious universe, so you never need stress or to try to hold on too tightly. Your wealth may change its form, but abundance is your birthright. Trust in the conscious universe and you will be guided toward the opportunities for co-creating prosperity that you seek. That was very nice, very fitting with this. So yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. You got this. But again, reflection, listening for, those messages either from yourself or when you being open to receiving messages. Let's just say that too, if that's what you're into. And yeah, anyway, let me know how this resonated. If you were called to any other groups, please watch them. Watch all of them. They're just a lot of fun. And these are cool cards. I really enjoy reading for you. Check me out below where you can find me on Instagram and Coffee if you want to book me. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Please like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, those of you who have picked group 2, the Planchette earring. Let me try to get this so you can see it.
Gotta figure out where my camera's at. Yeah, really cool. It's an earring from a set, obviously, made by local-ish person here in Austin. They vend at one of the markets that I do, but they vend at one that I wasn't working at. I was attending, and I need to look at their info again. But yeah, they make really cool stuff. I got my daughter like a fairy kind of dream catcher from them. It was beautiful. So I will do my best to find their information and put it below. Anyway, here is your reading about decision or decisions. I did pre-shuffle these cards. I'm going to get some clarifiers in a sec. I will shuffle those live. And I do also have some oracle cards for you. All right, so we have the King of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. And again, I'm using the Before Tarot. So it's showing you the scenes right before the traditional scenes in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. All right. Concerning this decision or decisions to be made, you have a lot of swords, right? So it's air. So it's thinking, it's communication. We do have wands, which are passion, fire, drive. These are the cards of usually the intangible things. It's not like pentacles with money and health and home. But I was going to say with this is the Mercury in Sagittarius. So wands are fire, so it's the fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is Mercury in Sag. So Mercury is the planet of communication. So there's a lot of, I'm getting issues of communication, and it's a decision about communication, how to communicate something with someone, what to communicate. First of all, the King of Swords, this is when he's about to grab that sword from the heavens. And I think that you're being given an opportunity to speak up, to speak your mind, to speak your piece. You're debating on what to say or how to say it or even to do it at all. Or it's that, how do I put this lightly? You need to tell somebody off, right? You need to put someone in their place. So it's definitely sitting in your power, standing up for yourself, but it's what to say, how to say it, right? And then with this, so the Eight of Wands is about these wands coming quickly through the air. So air's, communication, but it's also quick moving messages. So it's quick communication. So it could be with this, that this situation needs to move quickly. Don't, definitely think about what you're going to say, or it could be that you don't have much time to get this done. So you need to decide now, what to do, how to do it, what to say. Then with the Five of Swords, so these, this is a scene where these dudes are fighting. It's right before the traditional scene where they're running away and he's, all beaten up and kind of limping away with his sword. And it's usually about defeat. But I just feel with this imagery, going with these cards, this is about you standing up for yourself, fighting back. And hopefully it doesn't have to do with actual fighting and arguing, but it's standing your ground, But in this, remember to be the King of Swords. And this, you don't have to be a male or male presenting, but it's a more that masculine energy where, how do I put this? Not being afraid to say whatever you have to say, not having to feel like you have to apologize unless an apology is warranted. But you know what I mean? They say that, I'm not saying this, I'm just saying that studies have shown that women apologize more, especially in the workplace, just for whatever. I'm sorry, but, and then, there are ways to take out the I'm sorry, because you shouldn't be sorry for standing up for yourself, right? If that's what this has to do with. I guess the thing is now you're supposed to say, instead of apologizing, you're supposed to say thank you. Instead of sorry I was late, it's thank you for your patience. And I'm just relating this to myself as well, because I apologize a lot, far too often, and I don't need to. I need to stand up
for myself. I need to stand firm in my words and my decisions. So I can see a lot of myself in this. Anyway, yeah, it's just this very quick, and again, like the air signs, the Mercury, it's very quick moving anyway. But yeah, passion, determination, standing up for yourself, but just, using your head over your heart with this and sitting in your power and just being very clear and fair in your communication and however you are deciding to deliver this message, what method, what manner, what words that you use. Let me pull some clarifiers for you.
Let's see.
Sorry, I am, can I say sorry again? Thank you for dealing with the lighting situation. I like to use natural light, so I film these in the afternoon, so I have a light, we have a window on this side and a window on this side, and the window on this side, there's bushes and trees, and it's kind of breezy out today, so it's, and there's like some cloudiness, so sometimes the light's blocked out a little bit if the lighting is wonky. I really prefer using natural light, and I'm not sorry for it. Okay, let's whoops, whoa, I'll take this one. They're just jumping out. The cards have all these messages for you. And the other one that came out upright, the Hermit and the Moon. Interesting. Okay, 2 major arcana cards here. This is awesome. All right,
I'm gonna make sure they're in frame. Yeah. Actually, you know what? These guys can go up here. I talk to myself as I do this. Yeah, that's fine.
okay. All right, the Hermit. The Hermit is it's right before he puts that star in the lantern to guide his way. And then there's also this snake, like eating its tail, but it's, what's it called? An hourglass, right? With the sands of time. And then we have in this, it's the moon when that wolf and the dog are just coming out and that lobster thing's coming out and the moon's like spitting out these magical rays, like come out, all these giant crustaceans, putting out its siren call to the night. That's just my take on it. All right, so to clarify, to add more to this message, for this, I see like for me, sorry, okay. Getting ahead of myself. I have so many things going on in my brain that I want to say. So what stuck out to me was, him holding the star about to put it in the lantern. He's lighting his own path, and that's what you're doing. I do feel like this has a lot to do with like self-reliance. Relying on yourself that you are able to do this, that you can find the right words to say, that you can find the right method to say what you need to say, communicate what you need to communicate, blah, blah, blah. Again, maybe with the hourglass, the whole time thing, it's going to move quickly, or you need to not take too much time with this. But yeah, that you need to trust in yourself for sure. The Hermit is about, like kind of staying away, being a hermit. But for this one, I just get the solo portion of it. Like, this is just about you. You don't need to rely on anyone else to do this for you or do this with you. I mean, unless it applies, but this is really about you and you getting that courage and confidence from yourself, from within. The Moon. So the Moon's about like, things unseen. I don't really want to say secrecy, but like, the weird stuff that happens in the night. How am I trying to relate this? I feel like, this could literally mean, and I'm kind of just getting this now, if you're into this, like moon cycles and moon manifestation and all that, you might want to wait until the next full moon, which is in about, a week and a half? 3 weeks from right now. But from whenever it is for you, it could be the full moon can give you like guidance and enlightenment if you're into that. It could also mean like, so you see how all these things are coming out of the mouth of the moon? you need to show a side of yourself that most of the time this person or these people, this group doesn't see. The ones that you're like communicating to, you're going to be spitting facts. And I think that might be it for most of you. It's that show them this hidden side, this really strong, confident, self-assured side. I know, this is crooked. It's doing the whole thing. Anyway. And I don't want to call it your dark side, but it's the hidden side. The side that you don't let out enough, but you should. Because you do have this very confident side. You can be well spoken. You can get your message across clearly, or you need to work on it. But you do have this in you, right? So it's illuminating the hidden, which is what this moon's doing. And that's what you need to do, is show this other side of yourself than what you maybe normally do. All right. So we have, my phone keeps going off. Let's see. Okay. We have the lettuce, which is desire. And interestingly enough, and I swear this was a randomly chosen card that popped out. So we have, it's representing Cancer, the sign of Cancer, but Cancer is also ruled by the moon. So not only do we have the moon, which I literally just got that card. I did not pre-shuffle like these. And I actually didn't even look at these. I shuffled real quick and then I just started filming. We have this planchette, and look, we got the planchette. So this is like double awesome. And then I'm gonna read the guide for that. And then we have kyanite. We have blue kyanite right here. Beautiful card. Okay, for the Green Witch Oracle 3. Let's see. So the author, Cheralyn Darcey, has to say, fulfillment in many areas of your life can be found by working a little more on your current relationships. Overcoming challenges is indicated, and new material gain and recovery are also shown. Lettuce helps us get better physically and emotionally. It asks that you watch the way you are caring for yourself and to be careful about what it is you are focused on. Are your desires really serving your truth? Magical correspondences: lust, renewal, recovery, love, fertility. Deities are Venus and Min. I'm not familiar with Min. Celestial body, the moon. Astrological sign, Cancer. Interesting. Okay, I definitely get the overcoming challenges. I think for this, it's, are your desires really serving your truth? I feel like it's this, like you coming out and again, like being confident and speaking what you need to speak, say what you need to say, making that decision and what to say again. I feel like it's something inside of you that most people normally don't get to see. That's why it's like bringing out this hidden thing. But it's this desire of yours, first of all, to get across your message, your point. But it's also having this desire for change in that maybe this is how you need to be, right? And having this self-love, because you're supposed to be like hyping yourself up because you know you can do this. I don't know. Let me know how that resonates. Otherwise, it's just a nice message. It's interesting how it connects to the cards. Kyanite, number 28. Let's see. Resolving disputes, diplomacy, restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. Interesting. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think kyanite has to do with communication. Harmony means that even though we are all different, we can blend our unique voices to create an ethereal chorus that uplifts us all. Kyanite Spirit's message is that now is an excellent time for fixing those sour notes that have appeared, resolving any disputes, and healing any rifts for the good of all. Although we each have our own ways, we can learn so much and gain tremendous support when we let go of our rigid my way or the highway attitude, recognizing we are all imperfect. Looking for our commonalities can steady us when we're feeling a bit shaky. Tune in to others and work toward harmony. You'll find yourself growing and becoming stronger as a result. At this time, honesty is required. Be willing to look more clearly at others. your situation and yourself so that you can find ways to work together and find common ground if possible. We are all imperfect, but love and a commitment to fairness helps us heal ourselves and our relationships. There is value in different perspectives, and we can agree to disagree. For many voices are needed in a choir. We are called to delight in differences, for we have to lean on each other, and we're always interconnected. Keep this in mind as you take action to heal hurt feelings and reconnect with others in the tribe. And that can be too. You're worried about like hurting feelings, you know? But also you gotta say what you gotta say. But also try not to hurt anybody's feelings. Relationship message. You may be right and have the best idea in the room, but Kyanite Spirit is here to tell you that in this moment, you're called to be the bigger person, the diplomat seeking to connect on a level of mutual understanding. There was a reason you wanted to connect with this person or people, and now you have the power to do so in a healthy way that honors you and them. They will learn from your model of diplomacy. See, that King of Swords. You might be surprised by how much more readily your wisdom is heard when you reach out in love before trying to sway someone with logic. Mend fences and then watch how much easier it is to harmonize with another. It's possible you've attracted a relationship where you're doing all the emotional work and the other person takes and sucks up all your energy. If so, Kyanite reminds you you can always say no, and end things if a balance can't be reached. If this is your choice, know that it is okay to free yourself from the conflict. That right there. That was so cool. Oh my gosh. Anyway, maybe that helps you in your decision. I really appreciate you watching this reading and listening to me ramble. Please check me out on Instagram if you're not already following me. Subscribe here, like the video, share it. Really helps the channel a lot. You know, I do these for free. And I'm just trying to help grow the channel, and I do these videos as much as I have time to with my, day job and all that and parenting. And I really just enjoy doing it, showing off the cards and giving messages, and I really hope they resonate. Please let me know in the comments and check out my other videos. I will see you again here soon. Bye. Hello everyone who picked group 3, the witch mirror, or the, protective mirror pendant. Hopefully you can see this. It's really cool. There we go. I got this from a maker on Etsy, and I started filming this before realizing that I had to probably let y'all know what everything I'm using. So I will have I'm gonna look that up again, who I got it from on Etsy, and I'll put it in the description box. Yeah, all right, so for your decision spread, I did pre-shuffle these. I literally just did them. We have, and then I'm going to pull some clarifiers live in a sec. We have the Tower, which is always a favorite, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords to start. All right, for this one, I'm not really getting the what is it. I'm getting the now and the how. Okay, so let me explain. Right now, concerning this decision, it could be that you're feeling that you're going to have to make it because of something outside of your power, but you can see coming quickly. It's in the distance, it's on the horizon, but it's coming quickly. So in this, image, traditionally, it's showing the tower being struck by lightning, the people falling out, people running away. In this, it's right before that moment, right? So these people are going up the hill. They think they're going to get shelter from the storm. These people are like, yeah, come on. We got all this cool stuff here. But in reality, it's a target for lightning, right? It could be on an unstable foundation. And right now you're looking from the outside in and thinking, oh, wow, this could go one of two ways. So it could be that this whatever's happening right now in your life, this could go one of two ways. Things, 50-50, things could be fine, or this could all come crumbling down or be a you-know-what show. But having to make a decision with either outcome. Again, it's like something that's looming but coming in like kind of quickly, right? But you can see it. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, it's very, Page of Pentacles is studious, it's slower moving, it's thoughtful. This could be an actual person, or it could be an overall energy. I do feel like this represents you right now in this reading. The pentacles are the suit of earth, so it's things of this earthly plane, so home, health, wealth, career, family, things you can touch, tangible things. And maybe what it is, it's I don't want to say it's not taking it slow, because this is this is coming up, this is impending, but I think it's investing in yourself, in your ability to make the right decision, to be grounded, okay? Because again, we have earth. Stay grounded. Don't get too much in your head. Don't get too much in your heart. Just stay very logical and very focused. And because I think that you're going to have a decision for one outcome, and you're going to have to just have a decision with another outcome, whatever this has to do with. But just come at it like logically, come at it grounded. And know that it doesn't need to feel rushed, if that makes sense. Even though this is coming, don't feel rushed. Now, with this is the Two of Swords. So, the swords are thinking, they're communication. Two of Swords usually means it's feeling stuck with, between two things, two choices, decisions. This woman is blindfolding herself. There's also the moon, so it could mean like, there's hidden things behind you you're not yet aware of, to be also considering, just basically being ready for anything. But sorry, so my point in this was, don't sit back and just blind yourself and say, you know what, whatever, gonna let go and let the universe, this card is to say, take the blindfold off, like be ready, be mentally ready to make these decisions. Don't just be willfully blind and just let anything happen, right? In the aftermath of this, okay? There are things that are hidden to you. Everything will be fine. I do feel like, so there's water behind here. This is an air card, but this could be emotionally charged, or that it, whatever this is, will affect you and or others emotionally, but to still come at it from a very grounded perspective, very grounded choices that benefit everybody, right? If it has to do with other people. Let me grab some little clarifiers real quick.
Let's see that.
Yeah, okay. Checking my camera. All right. There we go. You know what? There's too many of you. This card deck is very slick, and I don't use it enough. And for me, they're kind of oddly shaped. They're too long versus like the width. So they tend to. I don't shuffle on camera with them a lot because they just fly out everywhere. Anyway, guess what? We got two that landed right here. So we're gonna use these. Oh, we got the King of Swords, and we got the Five of Wands. So let's put these right here. Let's see, can we see those? Yeah. All right, King of Swords. Interesting. This came up in another reading. So if you were called to another group, please do. But it came up at the very beginning of the group, and this is coming up towards the end. All right. This card is about standing your ground. It's using your words and your mind precisely to, when you do communicate this decision with whatever outcome happens here, that you are, you're staying grounded, but using your words the most effectively that you can, thinking about this decision, thinking about all the possibilities, because again, we have air, so it's thinking, it's communication. Considering all outcomes, but being very firm, being very decisive in your decision. But yeah, and it's also and when I say standing in your ground, sitting in your power, it's knowing that whatever you decide will be the right decision. So don't second guess it. Okay. Then we have the Five of Wands, and I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to
lightness up in post. It's kind of dark. I like to use natural light, and of course it's getting to be later afternoon, so I'm losing the light. The 5 of Wands, so wands are passion, their action, their drive, and you know, this is portraying right before the traditional image where the people are all fighting with their sticks. So this is right before that fight, right? I do feel like, you know, there's feelings of like having to maybe like defend yourself, but more so I think it's, for this reading, it's being ready for anything. And again, this has to do with this too, being ready for anything. And just, you can see it coming from the horizon, so you can prepare yourself as best you can. Again, he can see that they're coming at him, just like you can see this tower moment about to happen. So it's very interesting that we have it bookended with this card and this card. It's getting to see this, you know, this action, this thing that's about to happen, and being mentally prepared, being grounded, so you can make, you know, a good decision for yourself, for others, and whatever, however that relates to your situation. Okay, I did pre-pull the oracle cards, but I barely looked at them, so let's see how they relate to the reading. We have from the Green Witch Oracle, Purification, Snapdragon. Oh, they're so pretty. This is the Gemini card, so it's another air suit. It's the air symbol, right? So we have, well, I can see that. Yeah, you can see it. I have to check my camera. And we have the Emerald, card number 22 from the Crystal Spirit Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid. Let's see. Oh, this one's, so we have 41. We have 22. I don't know if either of those numbers mean anything to you, or your lucky numbers. If so, let me know. All right, I'm going to see what the authors have to say, because they say it best. Let's see. Purification, Snapdragon. Snapdragons indicate you have within you all you require. They bring you energy to focus your resources and bring your ideas into fruition. Accurate and unbiased observation is called for, so don't hesitate to ask for a little more time. A reversal of roles, fortune, and even outcomes could be coming. Don't become too ruthless or scatter yourself too far. A project that is close to you is in danger of failing. Oh, that could be that, you know, is in danger of failing. You could see that coming on the horizon, so you got to, you know, figure out what to do now to prevent that. Magical correspondences. Uses for Snapdragon: finances, reversal, inner strength, perception, exorcism. That's great. Deities: Eris, Loki, Odin, and Set. Set is the Egyptian god, I think, of the dead. Please, I don't remember, so feel free to correct me. Or the Set is S-E-T, the underworld. I don't remember. Celestial planet association is Mars, and the astrological sign for the Snapdragon is Gemini, which is about communication and thinking. All right, for the Emerald, your crystal spirit message, essential meaning: giving and receiving love, opening your heart to friendship, embracing unity. Love, like light, is experienced in many different ways, some obvious and some so subtle that we only sense it if we quiet our minds and pay very close attention. The message of Emerald Spirit is to open to love in all its array of colors and to become a channel for its healing powers. You are always capable of tuning into radio love. So today, find the frequency so that you might experience and channel love. Aspire to love your neighbor as you love yourself, recognizing that love must begin within you as you connect to the conscious universe, the source of all love. Channeling love nourishes as you experience how its healing power dissolves the darkness. You are a love beacon today. Can you feel it? Let's see, which message? I feel like there's a relationship message and prosperity message for these, and so I feel like let's do the relationship. I think this might fit more. Love is meant to flow through you from within and without, cleansing your energy field so that you can feel your soul's worth and know you are always loved. Love may not be coming to you right now in the form you prefer, but don't overlook its presence. Express love toward yourself and others. Remember, loving your neighbor means starting at home with self-love. Because if you can't love yourself, how the heck are you going to love anybody else? Can I get an amen? Now is the time. That was me. I mean, that was a RuPaul quote, but that was me making an aside. Now is the time to set aside the obstacles that block you from receiving, experiencing, and expressing love, and simply be the love you want to see in the world and in your life. Trust that when you open to love, loving partnerships are possible to help you heal old
wounds. Interesting. So maybe this has to do with a relationship, situation. And if not, how else can you, can you identify this? Maybe this has to do with something else. Maybe you just need more self-love in your life to be able to sit in your power and make these decisions and be confident in these decisions. That could be it too. Maybe emerald's your birthstone. Maybe you just like emeralds, and that's your sign that this is your reading. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for watching this. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Really helps the channel. I do this for free right now whenever I have time between work and reading at markets and, being a mom. So I really appreciate you, and I'm really trying to get more of these out at least, once a week, at the very least once every other week. Let me know how it resonates. Do you have any of these signs like Gemini? Do you have a lot of air in your chart? Anyway, I'd love to hear how it resonates, and I will see you here again soon. Bye.
Hi everyone who picked group 4. This is the pendant, which does come with a matching copper chain, a lovely chain, that I got for my birthday from my boyfriend. It's from Copper and Cauldron on Instagram and Etsy. This is I forgot. I have this too. It's that sparkly stone. It's man-made. It's like dark blue with sparkles. Moonstone and amethyst. Is it no, not sunstone. I'll think of it. Anyway, gorgeous. Her stuff is amazing. You got to check it out. I want so many pieces. And she does the copper all herself, and she makes it's all handmade. I love it. I love it. Anyway, here's your decisions reading. I've pre-picked some of your cards. I'll pick some clarifiers live, and then I've also picked some oracle cards just so you don't have to watch me shuffle. But I literally have just seen them just a second ago. All right, so we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. So there could be a lot of emotion or stuff to do with relationships in this. So before I get ahead of myself, for the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Pentacles. So they're the suit of earth. So it has to do with tangible things like home, health, wealth, money, career. This is a woman who's in her garden. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, she's looking down and she's taking a moment to just rest. She has her gardening gloves off, rest and reflect, and just really revel in the abundance that she's created herself. For this, it's right before that scene. So there's this bird, this hawk or something coming with a string. The birds could be a messenger. But this too is, she's looking up, and before she's like looking down at the ground, at her surroundings, it's like she's looking to the sky and maybe looking for a sign, right? So maybe this decision that you're thinking about that's going on, it could have to do with a relationship, in that we have these Cups cards. So Cups have to do with emotions, interpersonal relationships, right? So it could be friends, loved ones, lovers, family, coworkers, whatever. It could be that, like, in this decision, like, you're waiting for a sign, or you're waiting for a sign to make this decision. The 5 of Cups has to do with, like, disappointment. And then traditionally it's, and I should know this, there are 3 cups spilled in front of the man. There's not a cat in it. And there are 2 cups behind him that he doesn't see that are still full. With this, there's this cat, as cats are wont to do, knock things over, just because they can, and they've knocked over 1 cup. This could be something happened, and if it's in said relationship where you're making this decision, and it's like it happened once and you're expecting it to happen again, and you're already getting ahead of yourself. You're already like getting disappointment, because the thing is too is like you can't control cats, right? You can't control people. You can't control every aspect of a relationship. And I do feel like this has to do with, like, someone or some group that you call home, because we have
and you could physically live with them, but they could be very close to you in that, like, what or who feels like home, who comes to mind. That's what I'm talking about. But you can't control relationships, you can't control what people are going to do, but you can't also expect that someone's going to do this again. Obviously, you know, it's making the decision to speak up and say, hey, I don't like this, or this isn't working for me, or this is crossing my boundaries. And it could be you right now, like deciding, do I rock the boat? Do I tell this person or these people that I'm disappointed? Or do I just go on and kind of see what happens and expect the worst, which is what might happen. But with the Ace of Cups, so this is before that bird comes down with the thing in its mouth for the cup. Sorry, this is the fourth reading. By the time I get to group 4, I know what I want to say. It's that my tongue can't. My brain is like, it's a little fried. Not to say you shouldn't pick the group 4. You should. There's always great messages. It's just me having a harder time getting them out. Anyway, with this, there's a fish coming out. You know, also could be having someone who's a Pisces in this situation, or you are. There's a lot of water sign placements here. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are the water signs that have to do with these cards. Let me know if that resonates with you in your chart, or with, you know, whom or whatever this has to do with. Anyway, there's a fish coming out of the cup, and the fish is a surprise, right? We weren't expecting there to be a fish in the water you just scooped up. Also, the cup looks like, to me, in this, they sunk the cup under the water, you know, the water emotions, and they lifted it up and it's overflowing. And then this surprise fish comes out. So definitely you need to show yourself some self-love, some healing. You need to fill your own cup up first. When you do that, and again, I know it's real cliche, but trust me on this. It's absolutely true. When you're good with yourself, when you're with your boundaries and your emotions and where you stand in this, say, relationship, you know, then you'll know how to approach making this decision on this relationship, or to talk about things, or whatever the decision is. But you'll be surprised by the results. But just coming at it from focusing on yourself first. And in this too, there's one person in this card. There's one person in this card. There's a hand, so we'll say it's a person. There's no other people, right? This is about you first. And also making the decisions that are best for you in the long run, you know, emotionally, anything like that. So let me know how that resonates. Let's pull some oracle cards. But yeah, don't let yourself get too disappointed. If you are that disappointed, if things actually aren't going to work, then do what this guy is and move on, you know? So maybe that's one of the options for your decision, is putting up with that cat, because we all know orange cats. Orange cats, I love them. I have one. But orange cats, they can be a handful. Maybe you have an orange cat in your life, be it an actual orange cat or a person, and you're making that decision, you know, to stick with it or let them free, let them loose. All right, let's put a couple more cards. Whoop. All right, this is why I don't shuffle on camera. This deck is very slippery too, so I feel like I have to control it. I need to use it a little more too. But otherwise, if I don't control it, a ton of cards will come out at once, just like it just happened now. So I'll take these two that came out together, because I was looking for 2 cards. So we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. All right, so swords are about communication, about thinking. In this picture, there are people hiding in the bushes, and the guy with the cape and his own sword can't see them. I mean, he can't see them. He doesn't know he's about to be ambushed, about to be sabotaged, and be stabbed in the back, like the traditional portrayal of this card is. And then this is
a person working on their crop, working hard. And then the scene after this, which is the traditional card, it's, taking a break, leaning on the shovel, being kind of tired, but knowing they still have to keep going. So I feel like this could be saying a couple of things. Don't ambush this person or these people. Don't attack them from behind. Really prep them for it. Have your ducks in a row. Know what you're going to say. Have your speech. Whatever this is. It could also be, watch out for getting stabbed in the back. Not to say that, and I think that's the less likely situation here, but it could resonate for some of you. But just be aware. Just always be aware of the repercussions that making this decision could have, especially if this decision is, well, either way. I mean, if it's, say if it is, staying with a person or situation, if you stay with them, don't get stabbed in the back. If you don't stay with them, make sure that doesn't bite you in the butt. Make sure retaliation, be aware of that. If you think that could happen, if that applies to this situation, I hope it does not. But be aware of retaliation because of hurt feelings or feeling slighted. And then we have other people, but the main person here is solo. So again, it's about you overall and your well-being, or your emotional well-being. And this, we have another solo person, and he's just was working hard. And so I think this is the first card. We have Pentacles, and then we have the 8, and then the last card we have the 7. So it's continuing to work on your home and what you call home, and focusing on that, your happy place, your safe place, because that's what this is all about. You cannot have someone in your home, be it physically or in your life, in your heart, that doesn't serve you well. So make the decision if they do, or if the situation, whatever it is, does. Awesome. Keep it. Make it. Try to work on things together. If it doesn't, move on. But either way, it's you keep working on your happiness, what you call home, where your safe, happy place is. All right. So we have the Green Witch Oracle. We have the productivity, and that's interesting because we have the Pentacles cards about productivity. The Pumpkin, the sign of Cancer. We have the Moon. I love pumpkins because I love Halloween and fall time. All right, we have from the Crystal Spirits Oracle, we have Amber, number 3. So cards 8 and 3. Maybe those are some of your favorite or lucky numbers. I'm going to go ahead and read what the authors have to say. So for the Pumpkin, let's see. Your hard work, planning, and experience should be paying off now, and there is reason to keep going with what you're currently working on. Additional resources can be safely used, and there is an indication of a promotion, windfall, or increase of some sort. There are good energies surrounding health and also fitness levels, although challenges will include failure to keep these at their optimum through neglect. I think too is don't neglect yourself. Inward, outward, but especially inward. We're talking about emotions here, so don't neglect your own feelings in this. Magical correspondences, risk, healing, abundance, guidance, fertility, and love. Deity. I'm not even going to begin to know how to pronounce this. This is definitely I think Aztec. It's Chico Mecotl, Chicomeco with the accent mark, ATL, Chico Mecotl. Celestial sign, the Moon, and astrological sign, Cancer. Very interesting. Let me know if you have Cancer in your chart or where it is in your birth chart. Also, because you have, again, a lot of water, so it's interesting that came up. And then Crystal, Amber. Essential meaning, healing family patterns, releasing karma, preserving the wisdom gained by lessons of the past. The families we come into as infants and the ones we grow up in offer us experiences that yield gifts. Lessons about love, about resilience and forgiveness, about our own power to leave behind old ways and embrace the new. Our current families do this too. By exploring our relationships with family members, we can discover our own strength and wisdom. Amber Spirit is here with a message to reconnect the wounded story you still recount, one that is a legacy of your family. Can you heal the story and instead tell one from the perspective of love? How beautiful it is to alchemically change the experience of family.
This way you may receive and give love within a family as defined by the heart and magic of the conscious universe, who sends people your way to make sure you have the caring and affection you need and deserve. Friends can be new family. Reflect today on the love you have created for yourself and how precious you are, a gem like no other. Reflect on the families surrounding you. The guides and manifestations of the conscious universe are here to support you and send you love, love, and then some more love. Look to those who choose to offer you this gift, for they are your human and animal family. And that's so funny. We got the cat in there too. Draw strength from knowing that the love shows up always to bring you what was missing in your own family in the past. This balm is available for you to heal the family wound that was hurt for too long. Relationship message. In romantic relationships, we always have a choice to stay or go, to learn and grow, or to move on to a new partnership. You want to have a different sort of relationship the next time around. Amber Spirit's message to you is clear. Explore your family relationships. The nuggets of wisdom you mine will help avoid repeating the pain of the past in your partnerships today and in the future. Find these hidden gifts of wisdom and strength so that you may enjoy the loving partnership you deserve. That was so cool. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe. I love sharing these with you, so please help me grow this channel. And let me know what you think. Let me know what resonates. Let me know what you'd like to see. And I hope to see you again here soon. Bye.